Yo, Cub fans, we are back, and the Chicago Cubs beat the Detroit Tigers in a nail-biting finish, beating them 7-6, and we're gonna get into that right after this. Alright, so the Cubs beat the Tigers, and honestly, it was a nail-biting ending. I was honestly getting pretty scared after Michael Fulmer pitched, but let's start and talk about our starting pitcher, Javier Assad. He was on the bump today, and honestly, he was having a great game until he gave up back-to-back home runs to Spencer Torkelson and Kerry Carpenter, I think is how you say his first name. And they're the Tigers' two best hitters. I mean, they were back-to-back. They're Rockets off the bat, and they hit them very well. And that was kind of the turning point of the game where the Tigers started to eventually come back. And eventually, after that, David Ross took Javier Assad out, and Javier Assad, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, and had a 2 ERA. He gave up 2 walks, and he had 4 Ks. And after Javier Assad, Kwas and Wesneski came in, and honestly, they pitched very well. I think they pitched very well, and then came Michael Fulmer. Michael Fulmer is where it kind of all went downhill for the Chicago Cubs, and it all went downhill. And Michael Fulmer was not on his game today as he usually is. We usually are very confident when Michael Fulmer comes out and pitches, and he was not there today. He did not perform today, and he did not pitch well. He did not have the heroics and did not come into this game or to pitch with the bases loaded that he gave up. He did not come in and have the heroics like he did against the Chicago White Sox, where he, struck out the side to, close out the game so we could walk it off 4-3. He just didn't have that game. And, you can't do that every night. That's very hard to do every night. And I think that it's an eye-opener for Fulmer. He can't, you can't get too down on yourself, but, you got to work and kind of get yourself back into that spot where you are very, very good at controlling your pitches and putting them where you want them. And Palencia got the win for today, and he didn't really pitch that long, but he did save a few runs and, striking some people out. And he didn't pitch long, but he did get the win. And Mark Leiter Jr. came in the 9th inning, and he gave up a run, but he did close it out, which is very good. And I'm glad we got to see that. We did go up 7-6 off of a Nick Magical double. And honestly, it was a very exciting game. I thought we were going to kind of walk away with it once it was 4-0. Then Javier Assad gave up the back-to-back home runs, and I kind of get a little shaky. I was kind of scared. But the biggest thing I want to talk about today, Seiya Suzuki. I mean, he's starting to really perform, and that bat is heating up. This game was it was a decent game for Seiya, and he went 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. And he's looking much, much more aggressive at the plate and looks very comfortable and confident. And I like how he's swinging it. I mean, he hit a slider today, which is very good to see. And it was right down the pipe, though. But it's good to see Seiya kind of getting back in his groove and hitting the ball hard and far. And that's the thing that we see Seiya doing all the time, and that's what we want Seiya to do. We need him in the lineup, and we need his bat rolling like it was earlier and previously. And I think he's a big asset to the Chicago Cubs, and the Cubs really need his bat. But let me know what you guys thought about this Tigers game, and hit that sub button for more Bulls and Cubs content, and see blue. Peace.